Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an AMX 12 tunnel, 12T, and it's located on the north spawn of Malinovka under the command of Grabeczka. Now it's a tier 6 French light tank, 3-man crew, 75mm gun, and battle is about to commence, and we're off. Now it's an autoloader, 4 shots in the magazine, and you can see that Grabeczka's headed straight to the bush. Now his 75mm gun will do 135 alpha, penetration of 144 on standard ammo, but he's only carrying APCR, and we can see that he's got penetration of 202. Oh, he's taking fire from the bush. He's actually firing from it. You normally just sit in a bush and watch, but oh no, he's not going to do that. He's actually going to engage them. That means he must be lit up to everyone who's there. They must be able to see him. Now he's in reload at the moment. It's 19 seconds for a full mag reload. It's quite long actually. We've got a SCOTUS T25 there, taking a lot of fire. And these AMD 178Bs have actually been quite useful because they've lit up a huge number of the enemy. And oh, he got around into the SU-100. No, didn't get a chance to get a shot off at that AMD. Striv 74 up on the hill. Let me get that one. Dialing in. Yes! Nice! That's the problem with this gun. Whenever you fire, the reticule dilation is so big, the chance of hitting the target, unless you're really close to it, is very slim. But he takes out that AMD. So he's got 1 kill already. And the enemies really suffered. They lost 4 extra tanks during that engagement. So they're really in a predicament now. Now it really does help that he's actually using the APCR, but it means he's going to end up with considerable costs. Good job he didn't fire there for a moment, because he would have hit his own AMD. But that T52 just went down, just been taken out by the Type 64. Look at all the traffic around here. No wonder he's not being fired at. There's too many targets for the enemy to fire at. But they haven't really been very successful, because hardly any, well, only 3 tanks on his side went down. Okay, the Strivs come back up to have a quick look, but we can't get a solution. But we don't need to worry now, because the SU-100Y, the box tank, killed him. Yeah, it's a very good start for his team. 5 tanks up on the enemy. We've got an ARL up on the hill. And he's just meeting an M4, so I don't think the M4 is going to live very long. Oh, and he's decided to go into the open. And in fact, actually, we've got a tank already in the enemy area. The AMD 178. He's got all the way down there, but he found the box tank. And he's going to sit here, and can he get shots on that box tank? Is he behind the buildings? I think he's behind the buildings. That's why he didn't fire at the AMD. But he's out now. There he is. Get 1 round in. Going for the engine bay. Oh, he's been killed. So that AMD must have picked up some spotting damage there. Basically, just chasing the enemy out of their own area. And the Camel's killed. There's 2 Artys on the enemy team, the other one's an M44, and I think that M44 is just about to get a number of tanks visiting him. And I'm surprised that that guy's not running already, but yep, no need to run now, he's gone. And there's another box tank, and he was looking in this direction. Oh, he took around from the VK 3001P up on the hill. There he is. But he's in grave danger now as well, because there's a number of tanks nearby. He's hidden behind the rock for the moment, but it's not going to help him. Grabeczka's got 4 rounds ready to go. Here we go. 1 in. 2. Oh, and that was a round came in there from Arty. Unfortunately, so RM44, it is a victory, but oh my god, he suffered some damage right there at the end. Collateral damage, you might say. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. It's a first-class tanker for Grabeczka in the AMX 12-ton. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 5 exactly. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. And here comes the epic medals. He got a Confederate. He hit more of the enemy than anyone else. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken down by others. And he got a tanker sniper for getting the most damage, or the highest damage, at a distance of at least 300 meters. So very impressive for a light tank in such a game, because you don't normally expect anyone who goes to the bush to actually fire on the enemy, because if they do, the moment they're spotted, they normally get shot straight away. But that was a very good round. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, look at that. He has got the highest damage, but it probably wasn't enough to get the high caliber. 1,804 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the box tank on his team, 1,562. And then came the VK3001P, who got 1,124. When it came to kills, it was the Type 64 who did best. He got 3 kills, so did the box tank. And then came the AMD 13F3, who got 2. And Grabeczka only managed to get the 1. But it was that AMD, and that was a good shot because he was actually moving at the time, and it is difficult to hit those tanks when they're moving unless you're very practiced. When it came to base XP, though, he was right at the top with 1,057. Then came the SU-100Y, the box tank was 636, and then the Type 64 was 612. Let's have a look at detail. He fired 16 rounds in that game, got 15 direct hits and 15 penetrations. Damage of 1,804 hit points, of which 1,162 were at more than 300 meters, where you can see why so many long-range shots he did. Received 1 hit, and it was a penetration. That was from the VK. He spotted 4 enemy vehicles, damaged 8 of the enemy, killed 1 of them, and did damage assistance, or spotting assistance, I should say, of 1,930 hit points. On a standard account, he earned 30,203 credits, got 1,202 credits of compensation from that M44 shot on the VK, which landed right next door to him, damaged and killed the VK, but it did actually do quite a lot of damage to him in the process and near enough wiped him out. So his total was 31,405 credits, but, and here's the stinger, yeah, he did use an awful lot of APCR. In fact, he didn't have any standard AP in that battle whatsoever. And as a result, he actually ended the battle with a loss of 16,464 credits. If he had actually had a premium account, he would have actually come away with a much smaller loss, but a loss all the same of 761, because obviously he would have got much more credits overall from the premium account. He picked up 1,057 base XP, times 2 for the first victory of the day, took away 2,114. So a very novel approach. I've never done that before, actually go to the bush and start firing. Mind you, I don't carry mainly APCR in my 12-ton. In fact, actually, I try to keep the APCR shots down to the minimum, because I know that if you use your AMX 1357 or the ELC or the AMX 12-ton on full APCR, it can be very, very, very expensive, and you end up with a loss. So it's much better to use standard AP on those vehicles, even though it does cut down on the number of penetrations you might get. But good game all the same. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.